split hidden. Separated. Okay. Okay. That's what I'm. Definitely doing. W. Anyway, back to work. That this is a poly. There we go. Now, I think I want my this up. Probably not gonna. I was working. It's fine. No, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get at least decent. Kind of do a bit of a style. At a very boxy. Well, I guess I don't. Oh, good rule of. Oh, good, but here called the just for fun. Good way to fuck that. Out, so then over, coming out of that finger. I want that boxy. Those are evident, but still stop. Is but very apparent. That's just where they belong. Another thing that for the sculpt, well, I don't really. Sausage. Sorry. Am I even making noise? I don't know. Well, we'll see if there's any sound at all. Oh yeah, I bet you there was no sound this whole time. Hmm. Alright, well. Continuing on. In case there was no noise, I'm making fingers, and that's about all I was talking about. Proportion and process, I guess. But I think it's pretty clear what I'm doing just by the visuals, so not a big deal. And besides, plenty of people have taught this. I'm sure. This is not a very unique method. I've seen this before. But it works for me. And that's the big thing. Yeah, you do what works for you. Yeah, fun times. Do 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 do. Ah, oh. Never judge what's good enough. Is this good enough? Or you can even see this? Is anyone gonna care if there's a freaking like little wobble in this fingernail? I really don't think so, but it's fine. Hey, I'm gonna do that anyway. Just Bob Ross that. I'm gonna just put this little fingernail right here. Gonna be nice. Nice little fingernail. I'm just spending way too much time on that. Anyway, let's make the thumb. Let's make a thumb. Alright. Loosening up. Loosening up. Ah, delicious tea. It's been a long time since I've maybe work? We're gonna see if it actually works after this. Soon find out. There will be happy about it or extremely disappointed. I did all that streaming for nothing. There was no sound. Nah, it's not for nothing. It's fun. Well, it doesn't really change much. It's like, oh yeah, just, press the streaming button before you start and roll with it. Let's do the thing we did with the other finger. Perfect, but it does have to be able to have under. There. Pretty finger. Excuse the language. But I don't want to mess with that after. Okay. Oh, get out of here. Faster mesh. Soon I'll have a proper mesh. That's the game here. get this all working. Not working, but in place. Then I can do like a nice Z remesh, which will get me like 80% of the way, at least for sculpt. For the final mesh, obviously, I'm going to just completely scrap it and go right over it. Top and maybe 3D coat. Probably 3D coat. I like 3D coat. But right now, I don't know what I will and will not stream from this, but get to see me work on a finger. Everyone likes. So far, see everything. Okay, that's looking finger-like. Let's hide the mush fingers. Got one finger. One finger barbarian. Okay. This looks. But that's fine. It's fine. These are equidistant, which is going to be a little nudged. A little bit of a nudge. Poke that guy. Because no one likes that guy. Who likes that guy? Poke him. Who needs the hate? No, we all like that guy. We like that little crease in the finger. Yeah. Looking decent enough. Decent enough. Alrighty. So then this and this. I guess if I really wanted to, I could measure this. 5.6, yeah. That's what I thought. Tug that down. Pull this up. This should be about halfway between there. This should be about halfway between there. But these three should be the same. Ugh, math. But it doesn't have to be perfect, whatever. Errors. I'm gonna notice that. I mean, I've messed that up hundreds of times on other models, and no one said, oh man, that guy's finger is incorrectly proportioned. That one time someone did call me out on that once. Like, oh yeah, this finger looks like it has a really messed up knuckle. Thought, why are you looking at fingers so closely, intently? Guess that comes with uploading 3D models online. I mean, I love uploading models on Sketchfab, but then people can just nitpick everything, get in there, get deep. up. Ugh. What a terrible, terrible shape. A little better. It doesn't matter too much. I mean, initial phase, it can be a little bit wonky. But, you know, fix it as good as you can. Get it as close as you can. On. This nail is way too long. Jesus. Pretty good. And the design, some kind of. I'll try to keep that. The nail's a lot smaller. I'm just gonna tuck that in there. Some of those lines, I suppose. Again, it doesn't matter if it's all freaking messed up because and also I'll have a better mesh eventually. Because I'll just retopping it and projecting and eventually get to the final result. So I'll probably be going back in and refining all these later on, but I probably won't stream that because I'm sure this is boring enough as it is. That's okay. The other thing too is I'm quite aware that there's. Hold on just a second. Alright, intermission over. Okay, is there sound going on? I'm gonna have to check now because I stopped. Well, according to this, there should be, so. We'll find out at the end. No one even knows that this is going on anyway. Yeah, if anyone's watching this after I've streamed it, I didn't announce it on anything or say I was doing anything, so the likelihood of anyone actually watching during the stream is low. But this is mainly just an audio test. Get a nice little bit of a video out of it. Well, that's cool too. It's been a long time since I've done anything with audio because this stupid mics are just big pain in the butt. I mean, it takes enough time as it is to sit down and make a video. It doesn't help if you have to try to get your mic working every time you sit down. Spend like a freaking half hour trying to get the mic working. Okay. Yeah, that thumb's a bit better. Let's do a similar treatment to the finger. They kind of feel the same. Get a nice sharp finger. Might have to stop streaming in a bit, and then I'll come back later. Finish this off. But That's okay. But who knows? Maybe I'll get this done in half an hour. Unlikely. Unbloody likely. You'd think something like this would take no time, but no, it takes forever. Oh, I'm not exactly rushing it either. I guess I could go a lot faster if I wanted to, but it wouldn't look as nice. It wouldn't have the same level of love. Love. There we are. Well, that shape's looking okay, I guess. So the fingers gotta think. Yeah, it definitely did. Go. I should probably save this. Thank God autosave exists. I used to hate it, but now that I have it, it's nice. It just takes up. The only annoying thing is that every once in a while I'll just interrupt you and say, "Hey, I'm saving now," but then you realize I should have been saving anyway, so it's okay. But when you're in the flow of things, just don't think of saving. I'm doing something. That's all right. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yeah. Finger. Look at that finger. Super awesome. Not really. It's a pretty what's the word? Lackluster? Normal. It's a pretty normal. Yeah. It's a normal finger. I'm not sure if I like the idea of that's like jutting in and then jutting out. I do, but at the same time it seems a little bit too much. Let's pull that up a bit. I feel like we need a little bit of a curvature. It's supposed to be boxy. I think that's fine. Now the only other issue here is that I've subdivided. Duplicate. I shouldn't really keep duplicating things like that because then you end up with massive files. But I can't help it. Can't help it. My blood. Yeah, but we don't want to have subdivisions on this if we want to replicate the finger over. No. Might want to go to here first, actually, because I know that at least relatively, the ring and index finger should be about the same length. And then I'm gonna distort the hell out of it for the middle and pinky. Ugh. The other issue is now that these fingers are right next to each other, if I try to dynamesh it, completely destroy itself. Gotta like pull this out. Oh, darn it. Nabbit. Auto groups. Yeah. And now we're gonna move this guy. Well, you know what? I can just get all these fingers in relatively the right place. And then ups. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was weird. Not what I expected at all. Anyway. It's out like that. Rotate it like this. This. And check my polygroups. Could have sworn I just polygrouped you. Okay, yeah, that is different. Okay. The colors are so close, it's really hard to. Oops, I don't want to touch that. Yeah, why are the colors so close? Similar. Shouldn't be. Whatever. I know in my mind that they're different. I want regular lasso. Then we're gonna just, guys, I'm gonna lose to the boxiness here for sure. What I can do is place them and then inflate them after I've Z-remeshed and made the final fingers and make them pudgy. And that's going to be an issue when I try to bake the normals. I guess I could manually clean up the normals, but who likes doing that? Who likes going in there and painting normals in Photoshop? Some people swear against that even. Don't do that, that's wrong. But you know what the reality is, there's no wrong and right here. You just do whatever the heck you want. I think I am going to introduce a little bit of a bend to these, even though it's not a production model. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's fine. It is absolutely fine. It doesn't even matter. I will do this however I so please. This guy is too big, I think. Yeah. Don't do that. Local symmetry. That's a good thing to know, by the way. Local symmetry, so that it doesn't minimize to the center origin of the model when you try to shrink things. There we go. Put that back in a little. And this will all be cleaned up at the end of the day anyway. I'm not super concerned. Do I need to introduce? Actually, it looks okay. Oh well, I'll just remirror it. Why the heck did it do that? Oh, because I did the whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Deformation, mirror, subtool, or geometry, high topology, mirror and weld. Haha! There we go. Check my polygroups. Oh, look at that. I got proper polygroups and everything. Bonus. That is definitely a bonus. Gonna tuck that in a little. Yeah, I think that's decently decent. Decently decent. Okay. And I guess I can go in here and that lines up a little bit better. Pull this in because connect to the mesh. Oops. But again, it doesn't matter too much. It will be sculpting over this once I've dynameshed it all together. But it's good to get close-ish. Close-ish. And knuckles are here. Yeah, because I know that once these are bound together, it'll be hard to edit them separately. What's up? Why does it... what is this? What is this nonsense? What is this freaking vert just like off in space? Where did that come from? Probably, you know, anyone watching this probably knows exactly where that came from, and I'm just completely oblivious. But I could have sworn I got rid of it. I saw one before, and it was just... maybe it was somewhere else on the hand. Okay. Freaking birds. Oh my god, it's on the other hand. What is this? Alright, you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna do a mirror and learn smart resim, but first I'm gonna save because I feel like it's gonna crash any second now. It's been too long. Get out of here. I don't want to write by freaking... anyway, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Good deformation. Smart resim, please. You gonna do this for me, or are you gonna... oh god. Okay, we'll just wait a second. This is a mistake. Whoops. I should have just done a mirror and weld. It would have been fine. It would have just performed. Actually, maybe I can just escape this. Good thing I saved. Ha. Ha ha ha. Okay. So what we're gonna do is do this. Mirror, geometry, mirror and weld. Ha. Suck it. Okay. Alright, so that looks okay now, I think. It's fine. It's fine. No one will ever know, except for anyone who watches this video. Unless I delete it, then no one will know. Alright, so that's a hand. And I'm gonna do exactly what I said not to do and duplicate the mesh, because I'm very finicky about redoing things. Now we're going to dynamesh it. Make sure the dynamesh is high enough to hold up. Dynamesh. That was definitely not dynamesh. No, that's high, but it's still... yeah, but oh, let's be real, I saw that coming. I mean, I could go up a little higher. I don't want to overdo it, but I think I will. Well, you know what? Let's just pull these apart. Then I can just fix it afterwards. Because it'll have the polygroups and stuff, so that's fine. That's the one great thing about Dynamesh. It keeps my polygroups. Oh yeah, haha. I will get this right. This will work. Close enough. Oh, wait a minute. I've just lost all my detail. Didn't think about that one now, did I? I know what to do. We're gonna clone that. Go into here, subtool, duplicate. I just want to isolate it from the rest of the model so I don't have to deal with hiding parts of the mesh or changing the visibility, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to project details onto it. Find it. And then we're going to go subtool, project. Oh. That'll do just fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. Good enough. Good enough. No, is this? Yeah, so I can delete this guy. Think. Come on, click, 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 click. Sometimes the tablet just doesn't want to be precise or something. There we go. Then we're just gonna append that other guy back in here. Dear God, I got tons of extra stuff in here that I really don't need. That's okay. I'll clean it up later. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through this while I clean up my freaking file. Now, it's gonna get in there and add the volume back to these fingers that I took away in order to Dynamesh. This guy doesn't need that. There's the autosave. Good thing this model isn't super dense right now. Feed into store. There we go. And now, you can just check out my polygroups, got my hand, and now we can actually clean this up and make it look semi-decent. Get rid of all this nonsense in here. Then, once all that nonsense is gone, ooh, didn't think about that. Oh well. I gotta also bind this to the body, then Z-remesh it. But what I'll do is I'll keep the separate initial pieces for projecting. So the merge between the body and the hands will just be so that I can do a Z-remesh and get that basic mesh. Then I'll just come back and project this hand onto it so I don't have to worry about spacing of the fingers again. Which is a lot more ideal. I don't like worrying about finger spacing. Who likes that? Go. Yeah. Semi-decent. We're just gonna get in between those fingers. Again, I'm not gonna go too perfect here because a lot of this is gonna have to be redone after I create my final mesh. In the final mesh, all the details and stuff will be reduced. Well, you can get pretty close, but then I don't even want to get too high res and detailed because it's gonna be hard to make it smooth with this topology. Enough to get an idea, make sure that all the proportions are good and everything's in the right place before I make my final topology, well, final sculpt topology, not final game res topology, because at the end of the day, this will be a game model. Because that's what I do. I make game models. It's like, I've been interested in 3D printing and stuff, so maybe I could do. Which point I wouldn't have to worry about that final topology. I could just sculpt topology and be done. But then I have to worry about a whole lot of other things, like mesh watertight, and will it print, and is it too small? Will you even see these details? Does anyone care? That's okay. That's just all future stuff. I realized just here that because I stretched out that whole finger, nail looked a bit long. So in order to compensate, make it about the same size, even though the finger itself is big. I don't know. I feel like that looks pinky here. Pinkies tend to have a lot smaller fingernails, I find. That's okay. I think that'll do just fine. Except for one thing, which not square enough. I think I'm nitpicking on things that don't need to be nitpicked on. I'm definitely doing that. Can't help it. Go towards the light. I must nitpick. I must be a perfectionist. Even though the results are never perfect. How hard you try, the results will never be perfect. And you know what? That's fine. Because it doesn't need to be. We're all humans here. And we don't want machines taking our job. No symmetry. I completely forgot. Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll just do it turn well. But for now, I won't because I want to keep my morph target. Hopefully, I don't forget that has to happen. We'll see. This pinky is too long. That's fine. Now, I'm going to get into the face a little bit. Fix up the eyelid. Because I want to actually... I'm creating my topology. It'll be nice to have... to know exactly where the eyelids are going to be and be shaped so that I can ensure that there's enough support there for it. Gotta find out where the hair... There, there's probably at the bottom. Get rid of those eyebrows because they're in the way. Not too concerned about the ear. The polish isn't going to get in there anyway. Gotta be a little bit inventive about this as well because you can't see the eye in the concept. He only has an eye patch. The eye is obscured. Kind of like doing that because it gives me a little bit of creative freedom without overdoing it. Gotta start making my own design a bit more. Working on it. Make my own games. Well, I've made a few of my own. They weren't amazing, fortunately. They just existed. They were fun to make. But that's how you learn, one step at a time. But I am gonna try get in that eye and sculpt away. I do like having it so that the eyelid actually wraps around the eye or over top of the eye as opposed to just like sinking in like it's doing now. So you can see I'm kind of pulling up a ridge so that there's a little bit of a divot right before it hits the eye. I mean, I'm sure no one notices that kind of thing, but notice it and it feels good when it's style I find. I will do a little bit of a, nothing crazy, but enough to say, oh, yeah, I could, apology, kind of create a circle in here. Just so I have enough density in there to actually put in some sort of detail. Doesn't have to be perfect. I probably won't even bother, but in case I decide to, the option is there. There we go. It's gonna look really bad when I do. Okay, here we go. It's not too bad. I was looking at it on and off. I did the initial sculpt without the hair because good with that. Well, you don't have to, but I hate it when I make hate's a bit strong, but I very much dislike it. I make a face that only looks good with the facial hair, and then as soon as you take it off, it looks horrid because you just let the hair cover up all the problems. In a protection standpoint, yeah, I imagine that's fine, but for me, I like it so that if I decided, oh man, I don't want facial hair on this guy, I want to make sure that the face still works. Okay. Love the structure of this guy's face. Saw this concept on Pinterest and I thought, you know what, this has to be modeled. But I have a lot of those. I have a freaking Pinterest page of things to model. My 3D these things Pinterest page. I keep hidden from the world. I don't want people knowing what I want to do. Pinterest is a strange place. I don't see the point of having all these public boards and stuff. Keep most of mine private. There we go. I think that's enough detail in order to project. Okay. So that's pretty decent. I know this doesn't matter, but when I initially made his feet, I didn't account for the fact that his boots, or in the design, his feet were super tiny. Don't really fit in his boots. I'm gonna just adjust this so that they do. It doesn't matter because I'm just gonna cut this right off. Honestly, it's nice to have some sort of a reference underneath this. Ensure that, you know, the upper level model stays somewhat grounded. And I know where the knees belong. If you can look at the whole body on its own like this, and it feels right, then the clothing will probably feel right too. Probably, not necessarily, but probably. And the anatomy doesn't even have to be perfect. Like this is pretty bad, pretty bad like anatomy, but it does get the idea across. It does feel like a leg. That's what matters. Like it doesn't matter that freaking all that whack. And all for fun. I'm not even gonna worry about the toes. I don't even know why I half modeled the toes. It was kind of pointless. Just a little bit. Just a little pointless. Yeah, he's got real tiny feet. And I like it. I don't do enough of interestingly proportioned characters. Everything I do is very much the same, so that's why I decided so much different done. And I like doing stylized. I gotta do that. Ah man, it's really hard because in some cases you got to do stylized stuff, or well, you don't have to, but if you want to be a stylized artist, yeah, you want to make stylized art. But then everyone wants realism these days. So if you say like, oh man, I want to be a stylized artist and I want to work at like a company that has really great designs, like Blizzard or Riot, those guys are great. I love their style and their work. But at the end of the day, they're in California. Not. Oh. So kinda have to just work for the market that's available. And I mean, like, I do like doing realistic characters. They're fun. But stylized has definitely always been more of my forte. And being able to do that really matters to me. Now this leg doesn't really matter because he's got a peg leg, so obviously the peg wouldn't be the same proportion as a regular leg, and that's why the pants don't really fit around it. This one, ideally, I guess I'd want to make sure that these pants kind of would fit the leg a little bit. I want to make sure that I can have a leg inside there and this still looks right. I know that the knee is somewhere around, which is absolutely fine. Huh? There. Yeah, that looks believable enough. This guy forgot leg day. Oh, no. I kind of made it so that his legs are super toned. He just doesn't have any. Well, he doesn't have a lot of thick bones. His bones are tiny. Tiny feet, tiny hands, and a big ass torso. It's fine. Like a dwarf, but his arms are the right length. Because it's just his legs are short. I don't know. You know what? It's fine. It's a design and it's cool and I like it. All right. I'm almost out of time. Alrighty. So now we're gonna save because saving is good. I'm gonna just. We're gonna get in here, and we are going to. I guess we're gonna clone this body and start doing the Z remesh thing. So clone that, and then we're gonna get in the hands. Pen those hands. Oh. Here's my body. I had to somehow Z remesh this. I'm scared. Okay. We're gonna deformation. Fine. Lower. Subtool. Vitology. Held. That looks decent enough. Okay, so now, moment of truth. We're going to keep this hand, duplicate that, and we're going to take that here, and these are going to be merged together, and these two are going to be projecting. They're on. And then here, again, just so that I can dynamesh it nice. There. That. That. Enough space, I hope. Okay. And dynamesh this all together. First, we should, merge them. down. Okay. And there we go. Dynamesh, Dynamesh. Doop. Oops. Doop. Will it mesh? Find out. Oh, hope it did something. And I have things intact. Oh, it looks okay. It looks okay. This is fine. I'll have to fix that up. The fact that the nose is touching that lip, it's gonna be a big pain in the butt to deal with when I'm. That's why I didn't want to get before projecting, because I knew that was gonna all get dynameshing it all together into a giant freaking piece. I'm just gonna do that. Remesh. Inesh. I gotta find a better setup because access my keyboard. Tablet out in front of me. Whatever, it works for now. And do remesh. Not that. Mesh. Ideally, I'm wondering how well it would. Probably a horrible idea. But it would be neat if it kept those groups. I guess I could give it a shot. Worst thing that happens is it doesn't work. Fun fact, you can also do an alternate Z remesh if you hold Alt and click on Z remesh. But I don't know. Ooh, that's about what I was expecting. Here. Look at that nasty mess. That's a disaster. Huge disaster. So let's not do that. Actually, I'm curious to see what the alt remeshes. Together we will see. Very sorry to anyone watching. A lot of waiting and not a lot of progress. But the whole time freaking mod finger. Finger, it's not quite right. Move this finger. But I hope this is beneficial. That is not what I wanted. I'm not keeping them as much as I'd love to. Okay. Let's doesn't even have to be perfect. It just has to have enough density to hold up. Well, even density and somewhat smooth. I mean, that's pretty decent, right? The fingers are funky as heck. I can put that. Okay. Alright, so this is a good base. And now I'm going to go into ZBrush's retopology tools and do a little bit of a better job. Just a bit, you know? Where's my Z-sphere? Got it. Sphere. And then we're going to go into rigging, which is weird, but whatever. The high res topology. We're going to have to select. Shouldn't even bothered going that, but whatever. Tool here. Go Z-sphere. And then we go to topology. Select topology. This. Edit. We're going to put on symmetry. reduce this to 0 so that I'm not influencing like freaking 10 polygons at the same time. And we're gonna get in here and we're going to make edge loops around the mouth and the eyes and the ear. just something basic. Oh, jeez. The nose. Okay, well, that's why we're here. I'm gonna delete all these guys because they're completely useless. Oh, come on. For a second. Okay. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I think I'm actually gonna just delete everything in here. Everything is so close together, and you say everything, but I mean, I'm just gonna delete everything around the eye. That. Why are you doing this to me? It's supposed to be symmetrical, and you're supposed to do symmetry. Just not doing that thing that I need to do. I've actually never encountered this issue before. It's fine. Oh. Okay. I'll just delete that then, and I'll recreate it, because obviously I have to do that. Look how off that is. What is happening? This is really weird. Something's wrong. Okay, I think I gotta redo this. Back out. Yep. Oh no. We're gonna have to offset this whole body. That's bad. Weird. This is very weird. Oh. Oh no. Shoot, I mean. Yeah. Hopefully, I can fix this by going to Maya. And then we'll go from there. Odd that no matter how much I move this guy, I never hit the origin. That looks like it's in the middle. That's the origin. Oh boy. I did notice this with the hands earlier. I should have acted on it. Is it this? Oh, it is. Oh. Oh, I just learned something. That's good to know. Because the hand was offset, it offset my whole symmetry line because that's fine. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. And this is completely useless now. Well, at least now I know what's up. Huh? While we wait for that to process, I'm going here. Okay. Well, learning together. And that's not what I wanted. Symmetry's off. Ha. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Okay. Perfect. Now I can. This is something I can work with. I can deal with this. Okay. Yep. Okay. And I did notice this. I don't like that. You want to make sure that there's a nice line right down the center of everything, which this doesn't have right now. What am I even doing? This. Topology. Actually, I need a fresh C-sphere. This is rigging, select mesh, guy, and topology. Edit topology. No wait. Oh darn it. That. Not like this. Not like this. Nope. 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 There we go. Rigging. Select mesh. This guy. There we go. Now we take this guy and input in the topology. There we go. Now we're rolling. Now we're rolling. Okay. X. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now we can erase things with ease. Oops. This. Oh, that feels so good. I like it when things work. Who doesn't like it when things work? A stupid comment. Hey guys, I don't like it when things work. Because, you know, that just makes things too easy. I'm almost out of time. I'm probably not going to be able to show the actual final, but this gets the idea across. It's just the same thing. Go in here, retopologize. I just go and edit all the polygons. I might do the same. You do the same kind of thing around the fingers, and then at the end you just project your other meshes onto this, and you're done. So not to worry, you're not really missing anything. I want a complete loop. Because circles are good. Edge loops are good. Circles are good too. I like circles. Who doesn't like circles? Yeah. Yeah, just making sure that there's enough information in here for me to sculpt on. Also, if anyone has never used Z-Series before, another important thing to do is every time you create or start a new path, you want to like double tap out in space somewhere. Not sure why it's like that, and it's just how it is. I'm wondering if this is something I can do in ZBrush. Maybe. Just gotta get in deep. Another thing I should mention actually is when I create the mouth, I'm gonna create a slot here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna extrude that in afterwards. That's where the mouth will actually be. Or the mouth hole. Mouth hole. That's terrible. That's what it is. It's the mouth hole. Is that a bad idea? Probably. That's fine. It's fine. Oops. You'll notice there I actually clicked in the middle of the path in order to delete it. If I try to delete a whole path like this, it just deletes everything around it. It's a freaking big pain in the butt. This one's okay. Oh, no, see? It does that. So click on it and click there. Yeah, I gotta admit I don't use this that often. I use it often enough. Like this remeshing tool, I literally only use it for the body. Everything else I just don't even bother. Because the Z remesh topology is enough for most things, but when it comes to faces or hands or things that I need particular topology, that's when I'll actually get in there and modify it and make it how I need. Because otherwise, it's just, again, it's a big pain in the butt, and no one wants to fight topology. No one likes that. Who likes that? Who wants that? Well, I do like that it actually accounted for the cheekbone a little bit there. That's a bonus. I'm wondering though, do I want to add an extra loop in here for the upper lip? And I think I do, because I'm actually going to have the loop at the end of the day tuck underneath the nose. I don't want to have them attached together. I'm going to add an extra loop in here. And I'll have it actually carry up around the nose, maybe? No, I'll have it go to here. Yeah. And then what I can do is actually this. You may ask, why did you do that, Christoph? That doesn't even make sense. So that I can have a extra edge loop in there for the mouth. Oops. There we go. No, this is set at 1, but it still seems pretty big of a brush. It's still like selecting things I don't want. Get out of here. There we go. You call this one unit? Silly pixel logic. When will you learn? Oh yeah, another thing I gotta try out is the new Marmoset tool bag. Oh, I'm super excited. Just got that yesterday night. I gotta get in there and roll with it. Uh-oh. I'm out of time. Okay, well. Yep, I am out of time, unfortunately. But this has been fun. That's essentially all there is to it. Now just go in there, fix up the eye as well. Yeah. A little bit ashamed that I couldn't finish this faster, but I tried. I tried really hard. Yeah, that like again, it probably doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. This has to be enough so that I can sculpt in this detail without worrying about it so much. And there's enough detail in the mouth there so that I can actually get a lip that tucks under the nose, I guess. I feel like I actually almost need another loop. But I think that'll do just fine. I'll add another one in. Not hard. Click, 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 click. This will actually help give me more detail on the nose, which is good. There we go. That'll do. That'll do just fine. To just preview that. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, so that's it, guys. Thanks for anyone who watched or will watch in the future. So long.